Thank you everyone for having me here. I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Omar Sobky. I'm a surfer, mechanical engineer, passionate about surfing. I want to talk about my story and how I discovered it and how it changed my life. So first of all, I want to talk about the spark, like how I started it. I was working in the US during my college years, and I found a bunch of surfers walking with surfboards, and they actually looked very cool. So I decided to follow them and see where they surf and try to, mimic what they're doing. I just want to look as cool, and found like a little shack on the beach. They have surfboards and stuff you can rented a board, took my friend, went out, caught my first wave, and I was hooked. For good. Like this is the only thing that I was thinking of. So basically we started kind of gathering the few people that were surfing in Egypt, and we started like a tiny community from different backgrounds, and we started surfing together and exploring if it's possible to surf in Egypt. One of the things that was impressive is how people were against it, but other people also were extremely encouraging for it. And also, we found out that it's not only about the activity itself. I don't want to call it an activity because it helped me a lot. I'm diagnosed with ADHD, unfortunately, which is a very tough thing to live with. And surfing actually got me back to the peace, got me back to where I want to be present, live in the now, which I didn't even know before surfing. So this is how it helped me personally, and it got me actually more excited for the sport because it was limitless. The more I'm present, the more I'm content, the more I can interact with nature. So this is the picture of the first competition we held in Agami. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of Agami. We started to give back to the community and teach the young kids what we know about surfing. Also about the lifestyle, about the ideology of it. And we found an amazing reaction from the kids, from the parents, and then started going from there. And not only that, these kids, they grew actually to be surfers and instructors that are still working with us now in 2022, as we started in 2010. So 12 years in the making, but definitely there's a lot of impact on them and on their lives, so I'm pretty proud of that. So now with the mission, like with having this obligation that you feel something that can help the community and help the younger generation, we started giving back and started teaching more people and started having it more as a structure and as a school. And we asked ourselves this question, okay, what if surfing can change how we see life, how we see ourselves, the community, the environment? And this is very important because you wouldn't really feel the harm of the environment unless you're in it. And when you're in it, it really gets to you, right? I'm in the ocean, I'm in the mountains. I found the harm of plastic pollution. Definitely, you wouldn't really get it unless it comes onto you and it harms you. And this is what we're feeling right now. So, giving back to the environment and the community, this is how we're trying to push surfing and push the ideology of surfing, not just as a sport, as an activity, but also as a way that will make you think differently about the environment, about the community. Something that I always said that the waves are kind of like toys from God, right? They're very basic, but yet very alive. So when you're connecting with something like that, you also connect with your inner child. And I'm 36 years old, and now it's kind of like the age where the inner child is coming back, and you're trying to figure out what happened in your life. So definitely, this is something that we're focusing on now: is how to heal the inner child through the play and through surfing. This is Leila, or Lilo. She is actually one of the seniors in this movie. I can't tell you how proud I am of her. She's an amazing instructor, amazing surfer, and this picture, says it all, right? I want to also talk about like how your body interacts with the ocean during surfing, right? Or doing actually any activity that it is in the outdoors. I know Omar Sobky, my friend and buddy, will talk about climbing, so I'm not going to talk about climbing, but definitely interacting with water, with the mountains, with the nature. You really get the sense of how you can continue your life, how you want to embrace the power of nature, not make a conflict with it. You ride it, go with the flow, enter the flow state, and continue your life. And this is how I'm using this ideology to help me during my life. Okay, so this is Mansour, an obsessive surfer. He is obsessive that he became very annoying. He's always talking about surfing with his parents, with everyone, and the question arises, what if we can have a lot of kids like Mansour, a lot of people that are passionate about surfing? What if we can become a surfing nation, right? Just like Australia. They have, the surfers are kind of like the soccer player here, so this is something that we're trying to push, and it's going to happen one day. Alright, the struggles, definitely when you're introducing something new, especially to Egypt, especially to a culture that is kind of intimidated by the ocean and by the sea. So definitely that was a struggle. The biggest struggle that we face, and I was even talking backstage with the guys here, they were like, do you have waves in Egypt? And this is the thing that we're trying to explain. The waves are not supposed to be perfect, right? The surfing is not about surfing the best and most perfect wave. It's about surfing the energy that even in lakes, in seas, in anywhere in the world. So it's not about the perfect wave, and we have actually decent waves that we can teach people on, start surfing, and even get upgraded and surf world-class breaks like I did. So this was an extreme challenge for us, right? I even saw people in the water just asking like, do we even have waves? And they can see the waves rolling behind them, and they actually got scared and they left the water. So definitely we have waves, just need to change the perspective. Also another challenge is the culture is not there, right? It's okay for soccer players to be playing with a ball, right, in the field, and it's looked upon as if it's, it is a great sport, but having a surfboard in the water, people look at it like, this is different, this is weird. So definitely this is something that we need to change, and now it's changing and people are interacting with it so much. We actually ended up last season and the season before, each season we gave around 1,000 hours of classes, which is crazy. I wouldn't have imagined it would happen like that. Also another challenge is the recognition of the government. We are looking to get recognized, and this needs a lot of work, and I'll continue explaining kind of how we're stepping into that and helping the recognition. This is our home in Sahel. One of the surf camps we have in Sahel. It started as a small shack in Agni, like I said, and now we have an amazing facility designed by my beautiful wife. It's a home for us. It's a kind of like a cultural center as well for this kind of mindset and this kind of ideology. This picture was taken this season. I'm actually proud to announce that Egypt became a member in the International Surfing Association. The International Surfing Association is like the FIFA of surfing. So basically we became a member, and the 4 guys you see here are the first Egyptians to be ever accredited and certified by the International Surfing Association. So it was a big achievement this season, very proud of it. I'm currently holding the position of the president of the Egyptian Surfing Association, and now we'll translate that into a federation, hopefully one soon, with the help of the government. This is the team, the beautiful team that we have here. It started from 2 people. Now we have partners, surf instructors. One of them is Lilo. Very proud of her. Actually, looking at the people is the whole idea, right? How the community developed, and if we can actually spread this ideology and way of living within our community, the bigger community, I think will be an amazing impact. Alright, started to get kind of innovative, just because we live in Cairo, right? We're technically a landlocked city. So now we started to get more innovative ideas to surf within Egypt without the ocean, without the water. So we developed this new wave round where we can actually practice surfing without having water, and will get us ready for the next waves to come. Actually, there are waves hitting Alexander right now. Some of the instructors, some of my friends are surfing right now as we speak. But definitely, it's worth it to be here with you guys. Right, so our vision now is kind of looking at the future and how bright it is for Egypt and the sport of surfing, also the lifestyle. Surfing became an Olympic sport, right? And what we're trying to do right now is introduce new technologies like wave pools. The wave pools are machines that can mimic the oceans, and they can create waves that we can surf on, have stadiums. We can have a playground for kids to develop their skills, and this is something that we're talking to developers and talking to authorities in order to have it here in Cairo, where we can have a team, we can have a national team that eventually can go and compete in the Olympics. Lastly, I want to talk about how surfing affected me personally, affected me how to be present, how to be kind, how to care about the community, care about the environment, and really feel the harm that we're imposing on it. So I would like to thank you all for having me here, and I want you to kind of think about the environment and hopefully